Hey, welcome back to Nothing But Drums. Today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to look into the archives of Nothing But Drums from my public access show I did here in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is from about 2003, and I had a guest on named Clayton Turnage, and you're really going to like this. So if you're a beginner drummer and you want to learn a good groove, some basic fills that are kind of cool that you can add into your band, this is the show to watch. So we're going to do a little bit about funk drumming, so this is kind of fun. Back again in 2003, I'm a little younger, but you may like this. If you really want to learn how to drum, some of these licks I forgot about and I want to reincorporate in my own playing too. So if you like drums, this is the show to watch. Keep watching, I got other videos. Grab your sticks and let's get to it. All right, Clayton. Welcome to Nothing But Drums. I'm John Ehlers, and tonight our special guest is Clayton Turnage again. Clayton, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, John?
Good, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a funk special.
Okay.
I'm going to have Clayton come in, and he's going to show us, he's going to show me 3 different types of funk grooves.
Okay.
And you kind of incorporated several different funk grooves while you were doing that intro playing.
Right.
Now, you go by the nickname Clay Funk.
Clay Funk.
Is there a why is that? Just because that you prefer to play funk?
Well, nah.
Clay Funk?
Well, I took part of my name, and I also like funk music, you know.
Okay.
Something that just had that pocket, that pulse, you know.
What's a good thing for a beginner drummer to do who wants to play funk? What would be a good funk groove for a beginner, do you think?
You know, for a beginner, I think you should just worry about just being able to play in time and generate a good pulse.
And get a good groove going. Be comfortable with the beat you're playing.
Right, right.
So would you, now I don't know if I would suggest this, but I think it would help for someone who is a beginner player to take everything away except for what Clayton was just talking about, except for the hi-hat and the snare and the bass drum, because if you can nail those down, then everything else is like candy and it kind of blends in. And then when you incorporate, start bringing one drum in or start bringing a ride cymbal in, and you're able to. Let's start off with a simple funk groove that you can show me, that I can sit down and play.
Like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this pulse right here, this is the pulse that I'm talking about. You want to generate this time, and you just want to hold it right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna start off on 1 and 3 with the bass drum, and then we'll bring the snare in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the bass first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Now snare on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. You know, it's like when you listen to music, when you're listening to music in the car, and it got you patting your foot, that's the pulse.
All right. Let me see if I can put that down. Is that about right?
That's it.
Okay, cool.
I heard the little boom, boom, that one, the little extra.
You know what? The thing is, I get into a situation where I'll start screwing up a beat. I'll get a beat going, and it'll be cool, and it'll be simple, but then I have to do, I got to be creative.
Yeah.
So I had something in that's like off time, and then I totally lose the beat. I've been practicing that lately, where I'll just do something that's real hesitant, and I'll drop out the kick for a couple beats, and I'll drop out the snare, and then I just drop everything out.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what's a trick that you do while kind of moving around the drum set a little bit more? You've already established that first beat.
Well, in my opinion, after you can lock down just a basic funk beat, it's a little bit more advanced. You have to worry, instead of the pulse, you have to worry more about the subdivisions. What I mean by subdivisions is the space in between the count. So in between the 1, 2, 3, that's the space that allowed a drummer to put his fills. So in other words, like if a person is wanting to count a song, subdivisions, the meter is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everything in between that.
Right.
Show us. Give us an example.
Okay.
Please.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. The subdivisions will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Okay.
So I'm gonna demonstrate that just on the hi-hat.
Okay.
Right quick. So I'm do the first meter and then I go into the subdivision. 1.
Okay.
Those are the subdivisions.
Right.
And then you line those up with the beat.
How often?
It's the chicken. It's the chicken inside of the beat that's
Okay.
keeping me solid.
Okay.
It's like I'm not thinking when I'm playing. I'm not thinking on the 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not thinking of that. I'm just allowing the chicks to put me in there. That train.
I see. Right. So you're keeping it going. You're keeping that pulse going without keeping it consistently in 2 and 4. All right. Let's go to step 2. Show me another beat, another groove that's a little more advanced.
Okay. This is one that you hear a lot of drummers do, like Dennis Chambers. They start going towards the triplets. They add triplets on the foot.
I knew you were going to make this hard.
So I could still do the same Michael Jackson beat, but just add triplets to it.
Okay.
And it's still be in the funk era.
How long did it take you to learn to do those triplets? Because I tell you what, my right foot I can lay it down, but not as solid as that. I just have a tough time really making those triplets exact. Because it sounds like you're almost playing with the double kick.
Right.
You know? What's a good trick to learn to really keep that consistent?
The key is slow.
Okay.
Everything, you have to break a beat down slow in order to get it. It's easier to play something fast, but when you take it and slow it down, that's when you start to hear, okay, I am speeding up or slowing down. It's not, solid.
Right.
So what I do, as far as learning that triplet beat is in order to break it down, where everybody can understand is is boom, boom, tap, boom. So it's like it's two beats in there. Boom, boom, tap. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
You see? And then you back in the groove. 1, 2, 3, boom. Boom, tap. 1, 2, 3, boom. Which is my hand is demonstrating the kick.
Right,
so
right. I'm following.
1, 2, 3, boom. Boom, tap. 1, 2, 3, boom. So if I'm home by myself practicing.
So you're not actually doing the triplet all on the bass drum, are you?
Huh?
You're not doing all 3 beats on the bass drum. You're kind of doubling it. Oh, so it sounds like 3. Ah, that's the trick.
Right.
Show me that again, please. Play that beat again.
Very slow.
Speed it up. All right, let me see if I can try that, because you made it sound a little more complicated than it actually is. Maybe I can nail this.
Okay.
All right. So it's just a double dun dun da da ba dum, dun dun da da ba boom. Drummers have just the weirdest language. Dum dum da da ba boom. What the hell am I talking about? You know?
Right.
Dum dum da 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 dum.
Or just 1, 2, 3, boom.
All right.
I mean, it's good. It's good to also have a vocabulary. If a lot of times, if you can say it, you can play it.
Ah, good point.
You see? So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give this a shot. What camera are we on camera 2? I'm going to try to give this a shot. So if I do screw up, I know I have a drum show. You can email me and make fun of me, all right? That's fun. That makes something, and I used to do that. It's kind of, I stopped doing that for a long time, but I actually used to play that, not as well as, or as defined as you're playing it, but I got away from it.
Okay.
I think playing in some types of groups that, you know, when you don't need to add something like that, you kind of lose some of those tricks you had in your back pocket.
Right.
That's kind of fun. I like doing that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, it's just a matter of, it has to be in the right timing. You can't just throw that in every situation.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Then you kill it.
Yeah,
You know, if you do it too much, it's not as interesting. It's just like, you know, someone has 2 kick drums and they use it all the time. It's like, all right, you know.
Right. It's the same thing, like, depending on the music. I mean, if you're a rock drummer or a heavy metal drummer and you're doing 16s, you know.
There's no variation. If it's all that all the time, it's kind of boring. All right, great. We've established 2 solid funk grooves, and you know what I'd like to do is let's see, let's incorporate some nice fills in between a good funk groove.
Okay.
Show us some examples of that, if you would.
Okay.
Cool.
This is the one that to me it's like one of the standard fills. Let me see. Let me get a groove going. Standard feel that everybody should know.
Right.
You know, ta-da boom. So.
All right, let me give that a shot. Let me see if I can get in there and do that one. I think I can handle that one. That one seemed pretty cool.
like I said again, our job is to generate a pulse.
Yep.
So
And keep it
all the
solid.
flashy stuff again, it's really not, you know, that the booms.
You were talking last time when we were on the show. You play for out at Nations Ford Church. Is that correct? How often? What kind of music or what kind of fills and beats can you incorporate when you're playing at the church? Do you have to keep it on the down low? I hate to say that. But do you have to keep it kind of chill when you're playing at the church?
No. I think it depends on the musicians you play with. Like, we've been playing together for about 3 years, so we all know how it's like having a conversation. If everybody yelling at the same time, nobody's getting the point across. So by playing with these guys so much, they know when, okay, Heckle Clayton, it's his turn to do his thing.
Ah, okay.
You know, and then when I do my thing, I fall back in the groove, you know.
Hey, we got to wrap the show up, Clayton.
Okay.
I want to say thanks for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
I'm John Nails. This is Clayton Turnage playing the drums for us tonight. He's going to close out the show. This has been Nothing But Drums, and we'll see you next time.